Looking back at my life and just the background that I grew up in, there was very little indication that I would end up doing what I do today. But I wake up every morning thanking God that things turned out the way it turned out and that I'm doing something that I'm passionate about every day of my life. The first hip-hop CD that I bought was a Too Fat CD, and that pretty much kick-started my love for hip-hop. I still actually remember the whole process of opening up the CD and popping it into the CD player, and I think I have not looked back ever since that day. I'm still amazed at how much you can say and pack in a 3.5-minute song. There was, I think, a very important religious leader once who said that one hip-hop song is worth more than 1,000 of my speeches, you know? And I think hip-hop artists out there, at least the ones that I listen to, apart from making good music, they also have important messages which they want to deliver. And that's something that I enjoy about hip-hop music a lot. I am a very practical person, almost to a fault, I think. I get a lot of people, even my mom, telling me that I need to be less practical in my approach to life. But I just like things to be organized. I like things, everything, not just business, my personal life. I like to see it structured in a certain manner. I like to have my day planned. I like to know where I'm going next. I guess I'm not one of those live in the moment kind of people.
Styleku 100, email ke DJ semua upload masuk 100. Lyrics lekat DBB perempuan mula beratur. Politician kartel, rap baju semua teratur.
I think being in an industry where things change, that schedules change and nothing goes according to plan, it's not impossible to be practical and organized in the entertainment industry. In fact, I think it's very, very necessary too. A lot of people will tell you that, it's impossible to plan, everything's gonna go wrong. But that should not deter you from wanting to have a very structured approach to everything that you do. I think over the years, when you've come to a point where you know the people that you work with, you know the clients that you work with, and you know how the flow of things, you roughly have an idea of what could go wrong, and so you are able to plan accordingly, to plan around those situations. It's all right to take calculated risk sometimes. I don't think that there is any zero-risk thing that you can do from the moment that you wake up. Risk is unavoidable in life, but I definitely am someone who strives to minimize risk in whatever that I do. Malaysia being an Asian country, and Asians having certain core values, sometimes the young may not be encouraged to pursue things that they are passionate about. Sometimes you are told to do certain things that are safe, less risky, rather than what you want to do. I believe everything has its own risk, and that risk should not deter you from going out there and do what you're passionate about. If there's one thing that hip-hop has taught me over the years, is as long as you apply yourself in a realistic manner and you work hard to achieve your goals, there is nothing that you cannot achieve in life. Until today, I have this problem of trying to explain to people what I do. I do a wide variety of things. First and foremost, I run a record label. We also run a talent agency called the Cartel Agency, where we manage non-music related acts. I kind of jumped into this industry, so I wouldn't say that I have had a previous career. This is my first job, my only job, and the only job I hope to have for the rest of my life. Cartel is like a family. Everyone that we work with, we treat like a member of our family, in the sense that we are all close. We share a very strong bond with each other. At the same time, I mean, being a company, you know, we have certain limitations, you know, in the sense that everyone has to get the work done, you know, whatever you're supposed to do. It's a really big plus point, you know, working with people that you enjoy working with, you know. When I see my talents out there on the big screen, doing big things, or on stage, I feel proud. The fact that they are on what I think is the right path to achieving what they hope to achieve in their lives, and it's something that I'm proud of. In a line where it's often considered as the road less traveled, I think it's very important for individuals to stick to the principles and the values that they hold close to themselves. I think it's even more important to work hard and just keep pushing and keep it moving, keep going forward, regardless of what people tell you to do. There is no dream that is too stupid. I think you should always dream big, and you should always work towards finding a job that you are passionate about. And there is nothing ridiculous about anything that you're passionate about. Just have a realistic and practical approach to it. The path to success is a long road, and I'd like to think that I'm getting there.
You can't really tell her no. You can tell her things, but she would always have something to say about it. She always has her own perception of it. Arabyrd is in her own world, really, and you cannot really touch Arabyrd. Arafah is the one you can actually sit down with and talk to. You know what I mean? You can tell her things and she would do it for you. She's the complete opposite of Arabyrd. I think because Arabyrd is the one who actually pulls everything together and just like goes for it, it helps the Arafah bit build herself, her confidence, you know. Growing up in school, was funny. When I moved back to Kuching, I was kind of the kid, the city kid who moved back, you know, so the acceptance wasn't really there. I don't know if it was intimidation. I really don't know if I came off as, you know, snobbish. I don't know. People just did not accept me. When I tried to participate in things, they would always brush me off. You know, they would always like, okay, let's put her at the back. You know, if I want to join like drama, oh, she can be an extra. You know, that was the kind of stuff I had to go through in school. You know, so I think because of all that, it helped me build Arabyrd because it was a voice that would shut them up. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but I've never had stage fright ever. Like, before I get on stage, I'm just like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, you know what I mean? And the reason why I would be in a corner alone is because I would actually be absorbing what the crowd is giving out and see what kind of crowd is there, you know? And then only I would visualize my whole show. And then when I get on stage, it really, really, really is an out-of-body experience. Because when I get up there, it's just like a dream. It's like I don't feel anything. It's like I am watching myself perform. And then when I get off stage, it all comes back down to Arafah again. You know, it's just really Arabyrd teaching Arafah a lesson, telling her like, listen, stop being so shy, you know, you can actually speak up more. People won't tell you no because you already have a voice. Music is generally my life. Songs are the chapters in it. Every song or track that I know takes me back to a certain period of my life. So that's what music is to me. It really is my savior. It's my savior, it's my reminder, you know what I mean? It's my biggest enemy, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's my strength, really. I get asked a lot, and it's actually quite difficult for me to answer. But when people ask me what kind of music you do, I just say I make good music. When I go back to Kuching, I'm always surprised by new talent. Always. Always, always. There's always like kids who are actually so advanced in music, but they don't have the vehicle to transport them to where they should be. With whatever knowledge I've gained, you know, over the past few years of doing solo performances, you know, gigs or meeting these people, I will always share. I would actually feel very lost if I didn't have people to share it with. And what better way to do it if not with people back home? I think everyone has a warrior in them. Definitely, especially Malaysians. Come on, we were born warriors. And I'm so lucky to be Malaysian. I'm so lucky to be Sarawak. I'm so lucky to be from Kuching, because we've always been reminded that life is a fight, you know. And right now, because I've accepted myself that way, and I found my weapon, which is music, so everyone does have a warrior in them for sure. Good things do not come to those who wait. You gotta get out there and hustle, you know what I mean? But because of our very shy nature, we will always wait for someone to pave that road for us. Self-acceptance is my #1 priority. It is both Arafah and Arabyrd's priority, self-acceptance. And it applies to everything in life, really. It's like, you will never ever feel comfortable with what you're doing, with the people around you, with where you're at, with what you are wearing, for God's sakes, if you do not accept the way you are. You should be your own character, I feel, for people to listen to you. And for people to listen to you, you have to accept yourself and be yourself. You have to have your own character. It is actually important for you to experience being the best and being second best, you know? Because being the best will always remind you how good it feels to be on top, but being second best will always remind you to hustle. You gotta know how it feels to be champ, and you gotta know how it feels to be not so champ. I am the best I can be, personally. But I don't think I would ever want to be like at the peak and be like, yeah, I did it. I don't think that will feel right for me. You know, because when you're at the peak, there's only a spot for one person. And that spot must be really, really lonely. So I really don't mind being still at a space where I have lots of areas to run around in. I feel you never should look down when you're on top, because you will always need people at par with you, because that decreases your chances of falling, as you will always have that balance. Always remember where you're from, you know. Always remember how you were brought up. Always remember the people around you while you were growing up. And that will keep you grounded. My life is a book that will never end. I want to be a story that people talk about even when I'm not around. Music, which is my life, is a never-ending journey, even when I'm gone.